It is the question burning up Great Britain these days. Will Prince William marry his longtime girlfriend, Kate Middleton, next year? Well, longtime royal watcher Katie Nicholl is the author of William and Harry, Behind the Palace Walls. And if anyone has the answer, she does. And she is here live in the studio with us. So nice to see you in person.
It's lovely to be with you.
We're usually speaking via satellite.
I know, I'm
right?
outside Buckingham Palace and you're here. But for once, I'm actually really happy to be here now. It's been wonderful in New York.
Thank you. So you have great access to the royal family and you have inside information about this secret pact, right? That Kate and William made back in 2007. What is the pact?
Okay, well, this is something I talk about in the book, but you remember they broke up in 2007. They got back together and they went away for this holiday together to Des Roches in the Seychelles, and they basically made an agreement that they were going to spend the rest of their lives together. They'd had this breakup. Kate said, I need to know, am I the one? William said, yes, you are. We're going to be together. He said, you just got to wait. I've got to finish my military career and my training, and then I'm going to marry you. So she knew all the way back then, and they've kept this pact secret, but it's their understanding. You know, we call her Waity Katie, but actually now we understand why she was so prepared to wait, because she wasn't waiting for nothing. She knew that this was going to happen.
So when does he finish his military career?
Well, he's now finished. He's fully qualified as a search and rescue pilot, and that's what he's doing at the moment. So the path is clear, and over in Britain we've been watching avidly because so much has been happening that seems to indicate that an announcement is imminent. I mean, I wrote a story about a royal coin that's being made to commemorate the wedding. That's right. Oh. Their royal mint are making a coin. And the other weekend, Kate's parents, Carol and Michael, were at Balmoral shooting. Really, really significant because, of course, the Prince of Wales would have had to have given his permission. So there are all these signs. And then I found out the weekend that Kate's having a wardrobe made for her. Now, you only really have a wardrobe made for you if you're about to become an official princess. So you're watching and you're thinking, all of the signs are here. This is going to happen.
And didn't her mother put pressure on him? Because when they made that pact, they told her mother about it, and they said the wedding would be imminent. Well, here we are 3 years later. Well, isn't she saying, didn't you tell me 3 years ago you were going to marry my daughter?
Well, they made the pact back in 2007, but actually what you're referring to is a conversation that Carol Middleton had with Prince William. This was last Christmas. And because of this pact, Carol was getting very worried and thinking, is this ever going to happen like the rest of us?
Right.
And William assured her that it was. And actually, a couple of months later, they were skiing, and William was actually calling Kate's father Dad. That was a reference to this agreement that he'd made. So I think the Middletons are now, they're waiting. They know it's going to happen. And hopefully, the new year, we're going to have a great big royal wedding.
And 2011 would be a great year for them to do it, right? His mother would have been 50, and they would have been married 30 years had they stayed married.
You're absolutely right, and I think they could have done it in 2012 with the Diamond Jubilee, but actually Diana's going to be so prescient in 2011. There are films being made of her. It's, I think, William's way of not letting her be forgotten. She can't be here for the biggest day of his life. So this is a way, I think, of him honouring her memory, and I think that's really, really wonderful, actually.
You and I have spoken before that they don't want a wedding as big as that. Do you think that it's kind of inevitable?
Well, you know, you look at that footage of 1981 and you think, can anything ever match this on this sort of a scale? And I think William and Kate are very different people. They don't want to have a huge wedding. I mean, their friends tell me that what they'd love to do is run off to Scotland and get married very quietly, but it's just not going to happen. It's got to be England. I think it'll be St George's Chapel at Windsor. And let's not forget that the Queen loves a royal wedding. She loves to throw a party, so it can't be a tiny runaway wedding. I'm sorry.
Sorry, guys. Do you think that Kate Middleton could be the next Princess Diana?
I think she could. You know, like Diana, we don't know very much about her, you know, and in this book, I really had to dig deep. Getting people to speak about her, I tell you, Maggie, it's hard, really, really hard. But actually, you realise that she's just a very normal girl, but she loves the same things as him. I mean, they have a real friendship. And I think she does have the potential to be like Diana. She's a style icon already, you know. She wears something and the frocks just fly off the shelves. So I think watch this space, and I think she could be just as big.
What about baby brother Harry? We haven't spoken about him, and is he still with Chelsea Davy?
Well, it's funny you should ask that because I have a little bit of an exclusive for you, but they are back in touch because, of course, they split up over the summer. She's gone back to South Africa. He's training at Middle Wallop in England. But he's planning on going over there over Christmas, I think, to Africa. So watch this space for a reconciliation.
So maybe not a double wedding, but at least a reconciliation.
Well, we could have a wedding and another engagement. Who knows? But I always said never rule these two out because they're great friends. And Harry has said, you know, he's deeply in love with Chelsea. And it's just at the moment they're continents apart. But let's see if they can make it work.
Oh, wow. Katie Nicholl, thank you very much. Very interesting, and we will definitely check out the book.
I hope you enjoy it.
Thank you.